Hey there, Wetpaint viewers. This is Dr. Alisa Robinson. I'm a licensed clinical psychologist and I'm an expert in celebrity psychology. I'm here to answer your questions about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. The first question is, what do you think about how Russell Armstrong's suicide was addressed in the premiere of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills? I think Bravo did a good job of addressing the suicide and the housewives' perceptions and reactions to what happened. It's really important to show viewers that talking openly about grief is very healthy to do. I think sometimes we have a tendency to withdraw or go inside ourselves when we're really grieving, and oftentimes that's the time when we need to rely on people the most. And processing our reactions to grief is a healthy thing to do. It's important also to show that different people have different reactions to a person's death, a person's passing, and that it's okay to have those various reactions. The other question is, what's your take on Ken's comment about going to marriage therapy and being weak? Why do you think he would say that? Well, I actually think that it takes courage to ask for help, to go to marriage therapy or any kind of therapy for that matter. It's not easy oftentimes to ask for help from another person, somebody that you don't know, even if they're a professional. And it takes courage to be able to look at yourself openly and honestly and really work to make changes. Some would say that it's easier to deny that there's a problem and to never go to therapy than to really be open and honest and work on yourself. However, I do understand that different cultures and different people have this belief that going to therapy is somehow weak. And for many people, unfortunately, it does deter them from getting the help that they really need. I think one of the great things about the show is that it showed that not everybody had the same opinion about therapy, so that viewers can see that there's a lot of different opinions. And perhaps we'll see even more about how therapy progressed for various people on the show. The other question is, Adrienne and her husband were bickering a lot. What would you say to them if they were your clients in couples therapy? Well, first of all, I don't necessarily think it's a problem they're bickering. I think the point is to figure out if it's a problem for them or not. They seem to have a pretty fun banter back and forth. And although it may be uncomfortable for the people around them when they bicker, they may not see it as a problem. So first you have to look at the bickering or the arguing that they're doing. Is that having a negative consequence on their relationship, or is it having a negative impact on their children? If it is, then it's definitely worth treating in couples or marriage therapy. But if it's not, then it may just be a reflection of two strong personalities in a marriage. Now you have Adrienne, who's probably a very strong personality, and if her husband was passive, then maybe she wouldn't be as interested in him. So that's their way of kind of keeping the relationship going and keeping the excitement there, whether they're doing it on a conscious or subconscious basis. That may actually work for them. But we'll see as time tells, as they continue to show them in the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, maybe we'll get more insight as to the nature of their relationship and whether that's really working for them or not. So that's the end of the questions. If you have more, please send them my way.